radio. Oh yeah, I'm just so addicted, can't leave it alone. This morning, take the first time to start the show. And I need to know that. I said I really need to know who's clapping. The voice you wanna hear when you wake up, on your ride to school or on the way to get your cake up. Yeah, from 6 to 10 we gon' get it in. Monday to Friday, all we do is win. Who's creeping, who's lovers, who's pregnant, who's winning, who's got hidden children, who knows?
Young Jock in the Streets morning take over. Happy Thursday, good people. That's right. It's Anonymous Thursday. So all morning long, if you care to talk about anything, you ain't got to tell us who you are. That's right. It's going to be a good show. I promise you that, man. If Are You Smarter Than and Date Dilemma will give you the opportunity to win some cash from us at Young Jock in the Streets morning takeover. Now, Miss Shanika.
Yes, sir.
But you don't just be up here for nothing. Your ear be to the streets and your mouth be letting it out. Talk about it.
All right. Well, one thing about it, we got to get into this word on the streets news and talk about all these celebrities, some of your friends. I hope you don't try to defend them this morning because I'm on what I'm on. What's good, Shouty?
The Crazy Report is coming up, and it's coming up at the 25.
You heard what the man said, so make sure you stick around all morning long. We're going to be lit on this Anonymous Thursday, so keep it locked. Young Jock in the Streets morning takeover.
Young Jock's Daily Jumpstart.
All right, you know what it is. Let's get into this Daily Jumpstart. Listen, this comes from a guy by the name of Jeff Moore. He says, if you knew you were 25 failures away from your goal, how fast would you want to get through those 25 failures? Instead of running from fear, invite it into the game. Now, let me break this down for you guys. All right, that's this thing called laws of averages. And laws of averages says that 1 out of 10 no's will be converted into a yes. And what it means is, you know, sometimes when we hear no, we want to give up. We want to run away from it because we don't want to hear people say no. But the sooner you hear the no, the quicker you'll get to your yes. So again, instead of running from fear, invite it into the game so you can get closer to your win. All right? That is Young Jock's Daily Jumpstart. Shout out coming up next with the Crazy Report. Keep it right here where you got it.
Young Jock's Daily Jumpstart.
Keep it locked right here to Young Jock in the Streets morning takeover.
What's happening? It's Big Lotto. Every weekday from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. I'm listening to Young Jock in the Streets morning takeover.
That's right. Let's hop right into it. Hey, man, this is crazy. President Trump scolds a reporter after being asked about luxury jet gifted from Qatar.
You gotta get out of here. What does this have to do with the Qatar jet? They're giving the United States Air Force a jet, okay? This NBC trying to get off the subject of what you just saw. You are you're a terrible reporter. Number one, you don't have what it takes to be a reporter. You're not smart enough. But you ought to go back to your studio at NBC because Brian Roberts and the people that run that place, they ought to be investigated. They are so terrible the way you run that network, and you're a disgrace. No more questions from you. Go ahead.
Man, he'll go dumb any time of the week. I'm telling you, man.
He went stupid, yeah. But it boils down to it. If it was any other administration, especially a Democratic administration, trying to take this plane, he would have been up in arms. They would have been up in arms. If it goes to the United States after he finished with it, good. If it goes to Trump family, bad.
Okay, well, it's a lot coming up, man. Shout out, you coming with the Crazy Report? Keep it locked. Young Jock in the Streets morning takeover.
Yo, it's the craziest story you'll hear all morning. The Crazy Report is on right now. Shawty, run it down.
Chill, run it down is what we about to do, man. We about to run down to the customs agent and find out who is this fool trying to smuggle this cocaine into the country, but you don't believe where he had it at.
Police say this man was caught trying to sneak half a kilo of cocaine into a Spanish airport under his toupee. After they noticed him acting nervous, officers found $34,000 worth of drugs attached to his head.
But this is the craziest part. He said the judge should not give him that much time because you see where they found the cocaine at? In his toupee. He said he's not a dealer. He said he's a cokehead. And that's crazy. And you know I know crazy because I'm crazy. And crazy knows crazy. That's y'all know what my name is with the Crazy Report. Send that man to the rehab and let him out. Follow me on all social platforms at Shouty the Comedian.
Now let's get into these national days.
Yep, let's do that. It's National Solitaire Day. Shouts out to them solitaires out there. Pointers, boogers. National Vanilla Pudding Day. Pudding Pops. National Buy a Musical Instrument Day. I played the saxophone. I played alto and tenor, yeah.
Wow.
I played the snare drum and I played the snare and the tenor drum.
I always wanted to play in the band. My mom was like, no, you ain't good enough for me to go buy that thing.
That's terrible. All right, let's hop into these celebrity birthdays. Prayers go up for you, my brother. Happy birthday to supermodel Naomi Campbell.
Yeah.
And singer Johnny Gill. Happy birthday, bro.
My.
All right, let's get into these local celebrity birthdays because they matter too, gang.
It's about that time to wish happy birthday to our local celebrities. It's the birthday wish list with Young Jock in the Streets Morning Takeover.
It's my birthday. Ooh. It's my birthday. Turn me up. Turn me up.
Yeah. Happy birthday to Cash Arrington. What they do. Jenny Campbell. What's happening? Anaya Jordan. What's up? And I'm going to make sure I say this name right. I want to get it right for your birthday. Samara Wooloo. Wooloo. Samara Wooloo. Happy birthday, man. Hey, we wish you so many more. There's so much to talk about coming up right here on Young Jock in the Streets Morning Takeover. Hey, man, Day Dilemma is coming up in a little while, too. You don't want to miss out on that. It's $100 on the line for you. And it's all courtesy of 1-800 Enter the Bethune Law Firm. Keep it locked. Young Jock in the Streets Morning Takeover.
Yo, what up, though? Good morning. It's Da Vinci from BMF. Every day we listen to the best damn morning show. Got to stay tapped in. The number one morning show in the city is Young Jock in the Streets Morning Takeover.
Uh-oh. I think at this point we have another update in the Diddy trial. Day 3.
So a gentleman by the name of Gerard Gannon was the lead person from the Homeland Security Special Agent investigation at the home of Sean Combs in Miami. That was in March of 2024. And he testified to what they were able to find in the house. The jurors saw the actual exhibit, so there were times where Mr. Gannon, Special Agent Gannon, was able to open up those plastic bags and show the jurors exactly what was found inside the home of Sean Combs. This is the first time that the jurors were able to really see some of the pictures. So he described blue pills, black pills, orange pills, pink pills, and many of them testing positive for cocaine, ketamine, MDMA, and other drugs like that. There were a few sex toys that were found inside the bedroom, as well as a total of 18 platform heels. But it was a little bit more of the same in terms of what we've heard, but now the jurors were actually able to visibly see it.
Day 8. This is crazy. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a lot more to talk about because Kid Cudi's going to take the stand today. And I think that's going to be when we start to see this case really open up, when some of these key witnesses come in and start really just dropping that info that nobody ain't heard.
Yes.
You know, you got people speculating, you hear these little stories, but then it's one of them stories that be like, what? So, yeah, we'll definitely keep you in the know as more comes up. Miss Shanika, what you got coming up?
Well, you got to keep it locked. Word on the Streets news is happening. Okay, so Big U is going to do something unprecedented in the courtroom to represent himself. Okay. Also, Big Glow has some very noticeable changes going on with her face. So we're going to get into that. Also, we got to talk about Chris Cuomo's show last night. Tory Lanez is nonstop trying to spread so many false things in the media about his court case, allegedly. All that and more coming up in less than 10 minutes.
Keep it locked right here to Young Jock in the Streets Morning Takeover.
Ladies and gentlemen,
word on the street, she be bopping, I need more. Yeah. Word on the street, screaming bite like on a moped. Word on the streets, I get it popping like a blackhead. Word on the streets, going down like Jock said.
It's Young Jock in the Streets Morning Takeover with Miss Shanika.
All right, well, let's get into it. Representative Anna Luna continues to defend Tory Lanez and says that the evidence his legal team has includes unseen Ring camera footage.
I actually saw a new affidavit, and there's going to be Ring footage, so video footage, and I actually just talked to one of his attorneys, and so that will likely be released in the next, whenever they decide to release it, next couple days.
I bet it's blurry. All this hype, just release the video. Okay. All right. Big U. We know notorious gangster from the West Coast, LA to be exact. He is set to represent himself in court. Now, attorney Arturo Hernandez has filed to drop him as a client, blaming a total breakdown in trust and communication. Whoa. Big U has been in federal lockup since March 19th, and he told the court that he does not have the money to hire a new attorney because I guess he can't extort anyone right now, allegedly. The charges include murder, robbery, drug trafficking, money laundering, and more. I bet no celebrity wants to touch that with a 5-foot pole. Okay, and WAC 100 is now revealing some information about Lauren London, Nipsey, and Diddy.
They didn't scream Lauren London name 50 million times. Lauren London and Cassie's best friends.
Is she?
Nipsey doing interviews saying Laura's the one introduced me to Diddy.
Shut up. Are you for real?
Sitting here acting like y'all don't see what's going on. Everybody, because they don't want to say, damn, WAC called it.
All right. Well, okay. Nobody's really saying Lauren London's name. I mean, I do have to say that. And, to my best knowledge, she was a longtime best friend of Cassie and still is. Here, Glorilla seems to confirm that she has a nose job after there was a side-by-side picture. Fans pointed out that her nose appeared different, with many speculating that she got a nose job. Well, Big Glow hopped online and tweeted and did, confirming the procedure. Seemingly. All right, well, I do want to say that, hey, man, people like, oh, she messing with her face. And, when you sign these contracts, that comes along with it. Also, when you're in different places and makeup artists are doing your nose, I have a fairly large nose for a black girl. And, I mean, it's a very ethnic nose. Now, some people don't know how to contour that thing. It may seem like you the problem, but you ain't the problem. It's just your nose. So best of luck to her healing journey on her nose. It's going to take about a year for that thing to look all the way correct. All right, that is the Word on the Streets news. Chris Brown got some news about him coming up next hour, so you want to stick close.
That's right. Coming up, man, we got a trending topic. We got to talk about this one. Have you ever tried to stop or intervene a domestic dispute? If you have, we're going to talk about it coming up. Keep it locked, Young Jock in the Streets Morning Takeover.
Who knows?
What they do, you know what it is. Your favorite cousin checking in on this beautiful Anonymous Thursday, good friends.
Here we go again.
Make sure you stick around because we'll have a beautiful day on this Anonymous Thursday. You dig? With Young Jock in the Streets Morning Takeover. All right, here's a question for you. Have you tried to stop or intervene a domestic dispute? 1-844-986-4562. That's the number. Call us up. I definitely want to hear from you. Miss Shanika, you looking like you've definitely intervened in a domestic dispute.
Yes, before. I did. I was at a Quick Trip in Cobb County, Georgia. And I was sitting there parked in front of Quick Trip and with my window down, and I seen a couple arguing out of my rear view, and then I heard what was going on, he was berating her, and all of a sudden I heard the slap of life. Whoa. This man slapped the crap out of this lady, and I was like, and
Man, I jumped out then I got back in the car. I was like, I'm going to run him over. And by the time I got to where they were, like getting through the cars or whatever, he had threw some stuff out of hers and drove off. And I pulled up to her and I was like, do you need help? Anyway, I ended up taking her to my house.
What?
And my ex-husband at the time was my boyfriend. He was like, why did you bring her to your house? And I was just like, because this lady needed help. I seen the out-of-state tags. And anyway, I ended up getting her help. And she told me the story, like he was raised in foster homes and her mom was a sheriff in Florida. And anyway, I ended up helping this young lady without any fear at all because I was going to run that man over.
And you woke up dead on the latest episode.
And I did not.
Single black female. That was crazy. I would have never brought nobody to the house.
Well, I did.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
I know. I don't recommend it, though, because anything could have happened. I just say.
That's a lot. But, hey, I'm glad everything worked out. Y'all call us up. 1-844-YUNGJOC. Tell us the time you've had to try and stop or intervene a domestic dispute. Call us up. It's Young Jock in the Streets Morning Takeover.
Hey, good morning, man. It's your boy Friday, man. Every day we listen to the best damn morning show. Gotta stay tapped into the number one morning show in the city. It's Young Jock in the Streets Morning Takeover. Let's get it.
That is right. Thank you for waking up with us. We've been asking this question all morning long. Have you tried to stop or intervene in a domestic dispute? We're going right to the line. Young Jock in the Streets Morning Takeover.
Good morning. My name is Jay. How you doing? All right, now, so I was on the elevator, and this girl, she happened to be pregnant, by the way, and I thought I was being a good Samaritan, was having a little DV, domestic violence situation take place. And I was like, let me not be a bystander and let me go ahead and hop on in. And I said, hey, man, chill, bro. Like, he came on the elevator with the rah-rah yelling and throwing stuff. I said, hey, man, let's just calm down. She's pregnant. He said, man, shut the... I said, oh, all right. And I said, well, you know what? Let me just go ahead and stand in the middle of them because he kept yelling at her. And before I know it, as soon as they get off the elevator, she telling me, hey, mind your business, cussing me out. And I'm like, you know what? I should just mind my business because now I'm getting cussed out by him. I'm getting cussed out by her. I'm like, you know what? Lord, just bless the baby.
Me and one of my other cousins were trying to stop a dispute between our other cousin and her boyfriend, and he ended up fighting all three of us. Stay out of it.
Oh, I intervened. My sister called me and she said, I need help. So I immediately called. I said, what kind of help? She said, we into it. I said, am I coming over there to come get you and take you home, or am I coming with black force and guns? She said black force and guns. Long story short, we would work on him.
How y'all doing this morning, man? I was in Savannah, Georgia, man. One of my partners got into it. We went down to the party. He got into it with his old lady because I guess his old lady was, she had a lot of men coming on to her. They started arguing at first, and then I had to go into the room because he heard the stuff breaking. Initially, he said that she started it by throwing something at her. So when I came in, he was on the bed. He was on top of her in the bed, man. I just had to break it up, but it really made me feel bad because I still ain't through parting to this day.
Now, after hearing this many of you call in and just tell us these stories, we want to definitely let you know that help is available. There's a national domestic violence hotline. You can always feel free to call this number 24/7. It's 1-800-799-7233. This is actually the statewide domestic violence hotline. So I definitely want to say, keep your eyes out for people and try to be on your best behavior too. How about that right now? Now it's time. We're going to hop out, get into a situation where if you are in a situation in your dating life, your dating dilemmas and whatnot, we got $100 on the line to you, and it's all courtesy of 1-800 Enter the Bethune Law Firm, man. The number is 1-844-986-4562. Call us up. It's Young Jock in the Streets Morning Takeover.
No matter what I do, all I think about is you.
You are now listening to The Date Dilemma with Young Jock in the Streets Morning Takeover.
Young Jock in the Streets Morning Takeover. If you got a dilemma, they got a dilemma, which means we got a dilemma. It's The Date Dilemma. Who's on the line this morning?
It's your boy, Tony.
Tony, what's up, Tony? How can I help you, brother?
Man, listen, say my girl mad with me.
Okay.
I ain't heard from her in a while. She ain't taking my calls. I need some help, man. I don't know what to do.
I mean, when was the last time you talked to her?
Ooh, Say about 3 days.
Wow. Is she active social media wise, or you see that green light on Facebook or whatever?
Man, I see the light. I see her posting. She just won't respond.
Oh, it's definitely you, probably.
Yeah, I done text, I done call. I just can't get a response back.
What are you seeking here? You trying to get closure? I mean, what's the point of you calling us today?
Man, listen, I'm just trying to get back right with her. Kind of know I done messed up a little bit. I might have kind of missed her birthday on accident. Yeah, so, you know, I had another engagement that ran over, and I couldn't make it, and she ain't spoke to me ever since. You know, I apologize, but after that, you know, I ain't heard from her.
And let's just see if we can get her on the line and figure it out.
Yeah.
You want to do that?
See if you can help me out.
That's what we here for. All right, listen, you going to put your phone on mute. We're going to make this attempt, and we're going to make this thing do what it do, babe.
All right, I appreciate it.
All right, hold on for a second. What's her name one more time, boy?
Her name is Kelsey.
Kelsey. All right, give me a second.
All right.
I know you king of probably forgetting birthdays since you got so many. What?
Hold on, dang.
I wasn't trying to.
I have forgotten birthdays before. Not even necessarily forgotten birthdays. I've been like, look, man.
Birthday every day. That's what you say the day after you forgot it.
Man, do year round.
Hello.
Hey, good morning, must be Kelsey.
Max is calling.
Yeah, you actually can, man. It's not even nothing that serious. You on the phone, you got Young Jock, Miss Shanika, and Shawty. What do you say about that?
Okay, good morning. I'm curious as to what's going on. What y'all calling me?
Just want to really expose you to some real stuff, man, and hopefully you got time to be exposed to it.
All right, I got a little time. What's up?
Okay. Are you familiar with Tony?
Yeah, I'm familiar with Tony.
You're familiar with Tony. What's you and Tony's status? Y'all friends? Y'all in a relationship? We're in a relationship?
It's rocky right now. I'm not speaking to Tony right now. But we were dating.
Is it complicated?
It's complicated.
Ooh, spill the tea, lady.
So I've been dating Tony for about 7 months, and my birthday was coming up, and I feel like he totally disregarded it, and he didn't take it serious due to prior plans that he had already. So Tony has this daughter of a pet named Lulu. Lucy. He calls her Lulu. And our birthday is on the same day.
The dog?
The dog.
What?
Yes. Yes. So he took the dog out. He agreed to take me out on a date. We're supposed to go on a nice dinner date. So I planned for that. I set everything aside, and I have 2 kids. So I got a babysitter for my kids for the time that we were supposed to be on our date. So some time passed by. I knew he did tell me that he was going to take Lucy out during the day to the dog park. They had matching outfits and a photo shoot. This is something they do. Matching outfits.
Shut up. It sounds like a Lucci song to me.
What?
That's my dog.
That's baby.
Y'all making jokes, but I was pissed.
Oh, no. Sorry, we back on this. Nah, it was just, me and Shawty's.
I'm so sorry.
All over okay, so this is the reason you stopped talking to me. You forgot your birthday.
My issue came when 30 minutes prior to our date, the time we agreed to meet, he calls me and tells me that he's going to be running late because his dog wasn't acting right, and they had one more look to do for the photo shoot, and Lulu was just acting like a brat, and it's important that he gets these photos done. So I had to cancel. I canceled because I had already paid my babysitter, and it was too late. I wasn't willing to wait for him. I already had things planned. The time was running out. I already paid for my babysitter.
Well, we want to tell you something. We just want to fill you in. Would you like to be filled in?
What's up?
Tony's actually on the phone. Tony, you there?
Hey, yeah, I'm here. Hey, Kelsey.
What's up, Tony?
Man, listen, you know I didn't do it on purpose. And you know how much my dog means to me.
But Tony, I needed you. You're always putting the dog, you make more efforts towards the dog than you do in our relationship. And I mean, you missing my birthday was the perfect example of that. That was it. Like, that dog don't even like me. She look at me crazy when I'm around. She growling at me. When we laying down, she sleeping between us.
You decide
Oh.
You don't feel like that?
My dog, I don't know, man. I just kind of feel like you was just a little jealous of the dog.
If I am, I have every reason to be, because that's what you are making me feel that way. Why should I have to feel belittled due to your dog? I don't understand. Like you act like you're in a relationship with your dog.
Ooh, are you?
The night that I'm alone, that's who I got. That's my baby. That's like my daughter.
Man.
Y'all can have each other.
I want you too.
Damn. So that's it. You just gonna let him be? You gonna let him go? You dropping him?
Yeah, I'm not coming second to no damn pet. And I mean, I met a nice young man when I was out, when I took myself out for drinks. So I just feel like somebody else deserves a chance.
No, I don't want to hear that.
I know you don't want to hear, but get what? On behalf of 1-800-INJURED, the Bethune Law Firm, y'all not gonna get this 100. You not going back out with him until y'all talk again. That's on your own time. Now, as far as we concerned, we telling our listeners call us up so we can talk about what just happened. I am sorry, Tony, and I am sorry, Kelsey.
Well, at least he still got it. Well, he don't. Hey.
Keep it locked, Young Jock in the Streets Morning Takeover.
That was the date dilemma with Young Jock in the Streets Morning Takeover.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Done Deal on the track. And every morning from 6 to 10, I'm listening to the best damn morning show, Young Jock in the Streets Morning Takeover.
All right, it's DJ Swin. I'm your DJ with the $1 Million Smile. Let's get into this date dilemma right now. Chelsea called to vent about her boyfriend, Tony, agreed to take her out for a celebration for her birthday. Now, however, she has the same birthday, shawty, as his dog. This very same birthday as his dog. The dog name is Lucy. Now, she's upset because 30 minutes before her birthday dinner, he said he was running late because Lucy was acting up and had one more look for her photo shoot. He done took the damn dog on a photo shoot. Tony said Lucy is like family and holidays is a special, special day and has a special place in his heart, and that will never change. But Chelsea said she will never come second place to a dog. Is she overreacting, or do you think she was right to stand on business, Young Jock and Miss Shanika?
Stand on it.
So, that's interesting. If you know it's something special like that, you getting caught up. Hey, we're going to have to cut this last look. We done got some looks already. We done already got some looks in. We're going to have to cut this last look.
Well, she should have knew something was wrong on the first date when he was playing Little Baby, That's My Dog.
Shawty, you crazy. Let's be for real. Let's just go to these phone lines because I'm curious to hear what y'all got to say. Young Jock in the Streets Morning Takeover. Tell me your thoughts.
This is Hurricane from Fort Ford. Shawty sounds stupid. First of all, his dog is very important to him. My homegirl got 3 dogs. They come for anybody. You invest your time, your money, and everything into your animals. The relationship gonna be gone. The dog still gonna be there, so she need to be gone anyway.
This is Mama Candy. Now you know, come on. I understand he missed your birthday, but you gonna leave him because he missed a birthday? Hell, if he missed his dog is important. That's like his child. Something wrong with her. Something wrong with her. Baby girl need to set it on down about the birthday. And then you gonna tell me that you met another man? Hell, you weren't interested in the young man from the beginning.
No,
Have a nice one, Jock. I love you, baby.
I love you too, baby, but no. Because I can hear in your voice, you got mad about somebody else's situation. Imagine if it was you and your man talking about, I ain't going to be able to take you out tonight because I'm still here doing a photo shoot with the dog.
Come on now.
Yeah.
You will be pissed.
And then you FaceTime him, and when you FaceTime him, the dog is scrapped in the front seat in your seat.
Don't play with it.
That's terrible, man. Hey, man, we appreciate y'all calling over this day dilemma, man. Now, if you missed any part of the show, you can always check in and listen on our Streets app. That's Streets with a Z, man. Please keep it locked. It's Young Jock in the Streets Morning.
Word on the streets going down like Jock said.
It's Young Jock in the Streets Morning Takeover with Miss Shanika.
All right, well, let's get into it and talk about Chris Brown. It seems that Chris Brown has been released on bail. All right, on that Don Julio bottle attack that had happened. Well, it seems that he's been released on bail in the UK assault case. He was not present in court when the judge granted him bail on Wednesday. So, no word on when he's going to resume back on tour, but we'll see what's going on. They're saying that he's currently working on a plea deal moving right along, let's talk about the trial that just keeps on trialing, okay? And for the next couple of weeks, we're going to be talking about Diddy. All right. As things keep going on, they keep saying like Diddy was dressed up as a Muslim woman. They just showed all the men and the freak-offs, and then.
So a gentleman by the name of Gerard Gannon was the lead person from the Homeland Security Special Agent investigation at the home of Sean Combs in Miami. That was in March of 2024. And he testified to what they were able to find in the house. The jurors saw the actual exhibit, so there were times where Mr. Gannon, Special Agent Gannon, was able to open up those plastic bags and show the jurors exactly what was found inside the home of Sean Combs. This is the first time that the jurors were able to really see some of the pictures. So he described blue pills, black pills, orange pills, pink pills, and many of them testing positive for cocaine, ketamine, MDMA, and other drugs like that. There were a few sex toys that were found inside the bedroom, as well as a total of 18 platform heels. But it was a little bit more of the same in terms of what we've heard, but now the jurors were actually able to visibly see it.
All righty then. And let's get into this right here. Zadarius Smith is shutting down rumors. If y'all don't know who that is the guy that Cash Doll is currently dating. Now, there were some photos that allegedly were put out by some woman. Now, Zadarius, the football player, is saying, uploading something from last year to try to break us up is crazy. Our Keisha Knight is not going anywhere, so y'all need to stop trying. All right. Well, some lady definitely put him out there with her feet and, his privates online. Anyway, Kim K is honored with special celebration for graduating from law school.
6 years ago, Kim Kardashian walked into this program with nothing but a fierce desire to fight for justice. No law school lectures, no ivory tower shortcuts, just determination, and a mountain of case law books to read.
Yeah, some people are saying it took her 6 years to graduate. That's not true. I think about 3 years because I think that she was studying for the law exam. Like if you pass the exam in LA, then you can become an attorney.
Oh yeah, she went straight for the bar.
Yeah, so I think it took 3 years. She failed it like a few times. Yeah. But hey, you try again. You brush yourself off and try again, and she did, and I'm happy for her. And she's like scheduled to appear in a new series with a lot of different women, like Tiana Taylor. I have to find the name of that new series, but Kim K is doing her thing,
and she's playing a lawyer in that new series.
Yes, and she ain't, she actually has a career now because her daughter Northwest told her that she did not have one. All right, that is the Word on the Streets news. I am Miss Shanika. You guys can follow me at Miss Shanika, and it's all being brought to you by Bader Law, because you deserve the best.
All right, thank you, Miss Shanika. Coming up, man, we will be talking to award-winning veteran journalist Ashleigh Banfield. She's been covering this whole Diddy trial from day one. She also does a nightly recap every night on this trial as well, called the Drop Dead Serious Podcast. So we'll be talking to her coming up. You don't want to miss this. I'm telling you, she got a lot to talk about. Keep it locked. Young Jock in the Streets want to take over.
Award-winning veteran journalist Ashleigh Banfield is the host of Banfield on News Nation. How you doing this morning?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you?
Good deal. So you'll be speaking with Young Jock, Miss Shanika, and Shawty. We are happy to have you here. Happy to get down to some facts about this Diddy trial. Let's go ahead and get things started.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us.
Good morning.
So let's get right into it. Let's get right down to business. Just as the clock is ticking, this trial has been going on for what? This is the second week now?
This is week 2.
So what can you tell us? Because after watching the first week, we're trying to see where the lines were crossed as far as the law being broken to the extent of it being a RICO or this federal case.
I think you make a good point, because if you look at the headlines, it looks like a really dirty case that involves a lot of domestic abuse. But if you listen really closely to the testimony, I personally have been hearing the federal prosecutors breaking down a RICO case, a racketeering and sex trafficking case. And I know that sounds kind of crazy, but it looks like they have been able so far to establish that Sean Combs, as the head of Bad Boy Entertainment, used his staff members to set up all freak offs, which the prosecutors contend were illegal because they were coerced. There were drugs used. There was bribery and extortion to keep them quiet. I think what you're going to hear coming up was an arson attempt with Kid Cudi, and attempts again to use his staff to pull this stuff off. A big piece of the testimony yesterday was that Diddy allegedly used his driver to go after Suge Knight at Mel's Diner with guns, and the driver said he was so scared he finally quit.
Yes.
So they've been able to put a lot of evidence on the table so far that points to racketeering.
How you doing? This is Shawty, the comedian. And I saw that his assistant they went out and looking for Suge Knight, and he said it was 3 guns and there's only 3 of them. So he figured one of the guns was his. Which charge does that make him guilty of? Coercion?
A really interesting way that RICO works, like racketeering. And it was a law set up, to get the mob, back in the 80s. And what you have to prove is 2 predicate acts over the course of 10 years. And there are like 37 of these different crimes that can be part of those, right? Like assault, forced labor, bribery, distribution of controlled substance, extortion, kidnapping, witness tampering, dealing in obscene matter, obstruction of justice, slavery, sex trafficking, drug trafficking, and the list goes on. But you could say that the assistant who was forced to be the driver that night they went after Suge at Mel's Diner, you could say that's also forced labor and coercion, because he said he felt he didn't have a choice because Diddy, he said, used really aggressive language like, let's get going, MF, move it. And there were guns involved, and he was scared.
Now, Ms. Banfield, I want to ask you a question. Hearing the testimony from Cassie, do you feel that her testimony would fulfill the prosecution?
There are times when it appears Cassie seemed a willing participant in the freak-off. Certainly her text messages indicated that. And 2 things can be true at once. She can be a willing participant, but over the course of the decade that she was with him, she could have become an unwilling participant in those freak-offs. And I think that the one time, if you only want to look at one time that she may have been an unwilling participant, you only need to look at that hotel hallway beating video where Jules, a male escort, was present in the hotel room when Cassie says she ran for her life. And we all saw that Diddy came after her and beat the hell out of her in that hallway and dragged her back by the hair. Forced, coerced, sex trafficked labor, combined with beating and kidnapping and illegal sex and illegal drugs. So if they find Jules, the escort, and they can trot him up to the witness stand, I think it would be extraordinarily powerful to close that loop, although they have put a few escorts on already who have suggested that that's the exact same pattern that they saw, some of them minus the abuse.
Keep it locked right here to Young Jock and the Streets Morning Takeover.
Right. Now, if you're just tuning in, we're on the line this morning with award-winning veteran journalist Ashleigh Banfield, and she is the host of Banfield on the Nation. Now,
the gun charge, they found guns in his house. I hadn't heard anything else about the machine guns with the serial numbers shaved off.
Yeah, I was really interested in that. That came yesterday with the testimony from the federal agent who was responsible for running the raid of his mansion in Miami. And man, that was something. He said they showed up with dozens of feds, but his mansion is 20,000 square feet. So you could argue they needed all those guys to spread out fast so that, no evidence could get hidden if staff or anybody else is there. But yeah, they found 2 AKs with the serial numbers scrubbed off, and that's a federal offense right there. That's illegal.
That's a federal charge, by itself.
Yeah. The really interesting parts of this case is they're not releasing the witness list until like either the night before or the morning of, and they say that's because they're concerned about witness tampering, right? If they let the witness list out early, ostensibly by the feds thinking maybe Diddy's people can get to these witnesses and quiet them and coerce them not to appear.
Ms. Banfield, I got to ask you, Cassie's mom, what were your thoughts on her testimony?
Wow, super powerful. I talked a lot about this on my podcast. I do a Drop Dead Serious podcast recap every night on this case, and I drilled down real heavy on Cassie's mom. And his attorneys didn't even cross-examine her. She had some receipts. She said that she was threatened by Sean Combs to pay $20,000 to him to, quote, pay back everything I've been paying to Cassie, because she's seeing Kid Cudi now. But it was butted up against another incident where Cassie emailed her mom and said, Diddy's going to release sex tapes of me, Mom. I'm terrified. He says he's going to kill me, and he's going to kill Scott, Scott Muscudi, Kid Cudi, too. And so you put all that together, and that looks a hell of a lot like extortion. And Cassie's mom wired that money. She and her husband had to take out a home equity loan to get that $20K to send to a billionaire.
Look
and
bad.
Yeah, 4 days later, he sent it back, but the transaction was done. And you use the wires to send money in what looks like a bribery or an extortion. That's a bad fact.
Yeah, that seemed like the nail in the coffin.
So that right there is probably where the $30 million demand came.
No, it's see they building the house.
No, what I'm saying from Cassie, from her side, at that moment when she realized, this right here can take him down. Like Ms. Banfield is saying, this is one of those. This is coercion. What else? What would these charges be considered?
One would be extortion, right?
Extortion.
Because basically you're hearing him say, pay me $20K to his bookkeeper and another assistant, right? Like his emails about this, including the wire instructions, he's got his assistant copied on there, Capricorn, and then he sends the wire instructions through his bookkeeper at Bad Boy Entertainment. So there again, you are seeing what the prosecutors say is Diddy is using Bad Boy Records and his enterprise to carry out his criminal activity, and that's what you need to set up for RICO.
Well, as we know, we have about 6 more weeks left in this case. We can't get it all out of you today, so we'll definitely be in touch to make sure that we can continue to cover grounds over this case as it continues. Ms. Banfield, again, thank you. If you're tuning in right now and you want to check her out, every night she does a full recap on her podcast, Drop Dead Series. Make sure you tune in and check out. Again, we want to say thank you, and we will be definitely in touch and getting the what's happening from you in the near future. Thank you again.
Hey, I enjoyed our conversation anytime.
All right. Ma'am.
Every day I listen to Young Jock and the Streets Morning Takeover.
Keep it locked right here to Young Jock and the Streets Morning Takeover.
Taking the game's mine.
It's Are You Smarter Than Young Jock?
A king in his gang.
Only with Young Jock and the Streets Morning Takeover.
Young Jock in the Streets Morning Takeover. What's your name and where you calling from, friend?
I'm Brandy and from Stone.
Okay,
what's your name again?
Brandy.
I really
All right, Brandy.
miss you, Brandy.
All right, Brandy, here are the rules. You have 10 seconds to answer each question. The first person to get all 3 questions correctly will be the winner. You guys cannot answer each other's questions, and you cannot answer the question after your 10 seconds is up, okay?
I'm nervous. Okay, I'm ready.
Don't be nervous, girl. Don't be nervous.
Be nervous because you ain't gonna
Don't
lose.
be nervous. All right, we're going to start with you, Brandy. Which fruit helps with constipation? Is it A, grapes, B, strawberries, or C, bananas?
Grapes.
You are absolutely correct.
Okay.
All right. 1-0. Mr. Young Jock.
Pressure.
Yes, ma'am.
Which kind of alcohol is Russia notoriously known for? Is it A, gin, B, rum, C, whiskey, or D, vodka?
Russian breakfast is poached egg and potato and vodka.
2. You're correct, Jerk.
You like jerk?
No, you're
Jerky or like jerk?
You're a jerk. Okay. Brandy.
Yes.
Which bone are babies born without? Is it A, kneecap, B, elbow, or C, wrist?
Shanika.
2. You are correct.
Your favorite jeans is Guess jeans, ain't it?
You a good guesser.
Well, that's an easy one, though, because baby can't stand up.
Okay.
Trying to figure out why the hell they can't stand. You know they got ribs. If they ain't have ribs, you couldn't pick them up. That's where we pick them up at. She know ribs right now. Face ass.
Okay. Young Jock. What was the name of the actor who played Jack Dawson in Titanic? Is it A, Johnny Depp, B, Chris Evans, C, Leonardo DiCaprio, or D, Ben Affleck?
You know, I don't really know none of them people's names, the character name, but I'm going to go with C.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Leonardo DiCaprio.
Wow. Okay. You are correct.
Oh, no, it's time.
And Brandy, it's on you. Brandy, what is the hottest continent on Earth? Is it A, North America, B, Asia, or C, Africa?
Africa.
Are you sure? Because it sounds like it's right.
You not the host.
It sounds like it's right.
You not the host. You not the host.
So you call it.
You are correct, and you are the winner, and you won a $50 gas card.
Oh, host that.
So bad, I'm on E. Oh my goodness.
You on E?
I am.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Well, you might need one more fill up before we ready for you to get the card. Sorry about that, Brandy.
Brandy, congratulations. Do you have any shout outs, baby girl?
I want to shout out my kids, myself, and I want to shout out y'all for, getting me on the show.
And shout out that gas light that just came on.
Yeah, I'm trying to shout out the gas light too.
Oh, man.
Thank you for calling and playing with us this morning.
Thank you. Hold on. We're going to get your info, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Test your wits. Test your knowledge for cash and prizes.
Taking the game's mine.
It's Are You Smarter Than Young Jock?
A king in his gang.
Only with Young Jock in the Streets Morning Takeover.
You already know what time it is, man. It's your boy Money Man checking in. Every day from 6 to 10 a.m., we listening to the best damn morning show. It's Young Jock in the Streets Morning Takeover. Tap in.
Thank you for tuning in this morning. It's Young Jock, Miss Shanika, and shout out to we are Young Jock in the Streets Morning Takeover. We're going to get right into this, man. Diddy trial update day 8 now. It's so amazing because the first week, you guys thought that you knew how this case was already going to shape up within the first 2 days, but it's day 8 and there's so much info coming out. Take a listen.
The jurors saw the actual exhibits: blue pills, black pills, orange pills, pink pills, many of them testing positive for cocaine, ketamine, MDMA. The jurors heard more about the drugs and also a few sex toys that were found inside the bedroom, as well as a total of 18 platform heels.
What else was found?
Inside this closet, they also noted 25 bottles of baby oil. We saw a .45 caliber gun. We saw the receivers for an AR-15.
Yikes. All right, now today also, Kid Cudi is supposed to take the stand. Yo, the boy gonna go in there and talk. He said he don't care, he gonna talk, he gonna do what he gotta do. And I'm waiting to see how this plays out. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some interesting things and revelations come out of this day 8. Make sure you stick around because we got so much more to get into. All right, Miss Shanika, what you got coming up?
Well, you got to keep it locked because the #1 makers of breakfast are going on strike. Yes, the Waffle House workers have had enough. I'm going to tell you about that and more coming up inside the Word on the Streets news.
Keep it locked right here to Young Jock in the Streets Morning Takeover.
Word on the streets going down like Jock said.
It's Young Jock in the Streets Morning Takeover with Miss Shanika.
All right, well, let's get into it. Representative Anna Luna continues to defend Tory Lanez and says that the evidence his legal team has includes unseen ring camera footage.
I actually saw a new affidavit, and there's going to be ring footage, so video footage. And I actually just talked to one of his attorneys, and so that will likely be released in the next, whenever they decide to release it, next couple days.
I bet it's blurry. All this hype, just release the video. Okay. All right. Big U. We know notorious gangster from the West Coast, LA to be exact. He is set to represent himself in court. Now, attorney Arturo Hernandez has filed to drop him as a client, blaming a total breakdown in trust and communication. Whoa. Big U has been in federal lockup since March 19th, and he told the court that he does not have the money to hire a new attorney because I guess he can't extort anyone right now, allegedly. The charges include murder, robbery, drug trafficking, money laundering, and more. I bet no celebrity wants to touch that with a 5-foot pole. Okay, and WAC 100 is now revealing some information about Lauren London, Nipsey, and Diddy.
Dating screamed Lauren London name 50 million times. Lauren London and Cassie's best friends.
Is she?
Nipsey doing interviews saying Laura's the one that introduced me to Diddy.
Shut the fuck up. Are you for real?
Sitting here acting like y'all don't see what's going on. Everybody, because they don't want to say, damn, Wack called it.
All right. Well, okay. Nobody's really saying Lauren London's name. I mean, I do have to say that. And, you know, to my best knowledge, she was a longtime best friend of Cassie and still is. Here, Glorilla seems to confirm that she has a nose job after there was a side-by-side picture. Fans pointed out that her nose appeared different, with many speculating that she got a nose job. Well, Big Glow hopped online and tweeted and did, confirming the procedure. Seemingly. All right, well, I do want to say that, hey, man, people like, oh, she messing with her face. And, you know, when you sign these contracts, that comes along with it. Also, when you're in different places and makeup artists are doing your nose, I have a fairly large nose for a black girl. And, I mean, it's a very ethnic nose. Now, some people don't know how to contour that thing. It may seem like you the problem, but you ain't the problem. It's just your nose. So best of luck to her healing journey on her nose. It's going to take about a year for that thing to look all the way correct. All right, that is the Word on the Streets news.
Keep it locked right here to Young Jock and the Streets Morning Takeover. It's about that time for the Love Doc Jock.
Help me, help you, help me.
Come on. What's your problem?
And this guy will either help or hinder your relationship.
Who do I think I am? Why I tell people that?
Either way, he's a man for the job. It's Young Jock and the Streets Morning Takeover.
Young Jock and the Streets Morning Takeover, y'all, with the Love Doc Jock.
Oh my God, you really answered? So I need advice. I'm trying to go to school right now. I work at a radio station. I'm intern at a radio station. I actually run your morning show in Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Hey.
At 104.5.
That's what's up.
And so, thank you. So I'm trying to see, should I go to school for entertainment technologies or banking and financing, because I'm really skilled in both. Going to take me further in where I'm at right now.
I would be thinking of banking and financing, but what was the other one?
Entertainment technologies.
I still like entertainment technologies as well.
I like technology.
I like technology because the banking, here's the banking. Think about the banking. They're trying to shut banks down. If you look at what's going on, banking is in the palm of your hand right now. So it's still, I think I would make that my minor and make the other one my major.
Okay.
You kind of feel what I'm saying?
All right. Yep.
Economics run the world.
Please believe it, but entertainment will never die. Even when you ain't got no money, you will be entertained. People will find a way. All right? Thank you for your call. And, put some thought into that. For real, for real. And congratulations for even placing yourself in a position to progress.
Thank you.
Keep it locked right here to Young Jock and the Streets Morning Takeover.
Hey, it's Young Jock, and I want to spotlight your small business, man.
Yep. What's up?
We need you to call us right now.
He know I stand on business.
1-866-YUNGJOC. Again, that's 1-866-986-4562 to highlight your business, man. Live with Young Jock and the Streets Morning Takeover.
Hey, what's up? My name is Spanky. The name of my business is Essentials Mobile Detailing. And what makes my business so special is I take time and I detail cars, man, to its finest potential, man, without a doubt. If your car got potentials, man, I'll bring them out. You can contact me on my cell phone at 404-565-3610, or you can reach me on Instagram at YUNGSPANKI. When I'm out and I'm detailing, I'm listening to Young Jock Streets Morning Takeover.
Good morning, y'all. It's your girl, comedian Erica Duchess. Every day from 6 to 10, we listening to the best damn morning show in the city with my boy Young Jock and the Streets Morning Takeover.
All right, gang, look here, man. It is Thursday. Again, I want to say thank y'all for just making it an amazing show. Everybody tuned in. Everybody called us up. Date Dilemma Crazy. Are you smarter than Young Jock? All that has definitely been what it's been. And the Diddy trial. So tomorrow we'll definitely be chiming in and tapping in about what went down today. You'll definitely get the insight and the scoops on that.
I want to say big happy birthday shout out to my life coach, Coach Latanya. Yes, you can follow her at Rev Coach on social media, Rev Coach Latanya. And big shout out to my goddaughter, Marley Sterling, from graduating the 5th grade today. 6th grade, here we go. What up, Shouty?
You know what it is, crab legs. Hey, man, go to my Instagram story right now. Look up and see where I will be in Atlanta tonight. Follow me on all my social platforms at Shouty the Comedian.
It's love, man. We definitely appreciate you. Miss Shanique, you look like you had a good day. Shouty, look like you had a good day. And I pray that y'all had a good day, too, today. All right? Keep it locked. It's Young Jock and the Streets Morning Takeover.
Keep it locked right here to Young Jock and the Streets Morning Takeover.